You know what time it is. You know what time it is.
How firm thy friendship. Oh,
you know what time it is. Raw with them boys of the fall. You know what time it is. On the ground with a nose for the ball. You know what time it is. Blood, sweat, and them tears for this game. Leaving it all out on the field with no fear for you lames. And it's Buckeyes by a billion. We in the building with over 100,000. We represent from the uttermost to the public housing. If we don't play, all wide receivers got your secondary shook, so they cook them like Bobby Flay. Hey, stay out of my way and trust me, cause I know it's OH. Somebody please give this brother an eye. Come on.
What up, Buckeye Nation? Welcome to the Buckeye Boys, where we talk about college football with real fans. I'm Devin, excited to be here, excited to be a Buckeye man. The Buckeyes take down the Wolverines yesterday in a big-time fashion, dominated the entire game, did a post-game show on it yesterday, kind of not calmed down a little bit at all. I'm still reeling from it, still feeling the energy. I hope you guys are too. It's a great time to be a Buckeye. We got this Big Ten title game to prepare for next. But there's a couple things I just wanted to reiterate on about some things that went on in this game. Haven't heard a lot of other people talk about it quite yet. I think it is something that needs to be talked about. If you were just watching the Scoop channel, I'm sure you guys just heard about it. I'm going to be going over some of the same things. I did reach out to a source who told me he's going to give me a call tomorrow. He has some more information on this, but he gave me his thoughts on it. I'll share those with you guys tonight and get into it a little bit. But, man, Buckeyes, it's just not a beautiful thing, what happened yesterday. I love it for these players. You know, I was watching after the game. I watched Ryan Day and his son taking pictures together. And can you imagine how happy Ryan Day's family is, right? Because we know what everything that Day has been through, okay? And if you're I feel like you're going to be on two sides of this coin here. I mean, a lot of what Day has went through is a result of scum, what they did, the cheating scandal, the Ryan Day's brothers accusations, all of those things. And the three games, 22, 23, and 24, or 20, the three games where the cheating scandal was going on, I don't count those towards Ryan Day's losing record. They were cheating, but some people do. He went through a lot during that time. And for him to get this win, I love it for him. So I want to go over a couple more things in this game, reiterate it. Like I said yesterday during the post-game show, I was wore out, streamed for 3 hours the night before the game. Obviously watched the game screaming. For those of you guys that watched, I could hardly talk. Voice is a little healed up today, so got a short show. I do know that I owe you guys some trivia questions. That is my fault on the Friday show. We'll get those in. Tonight is not the night for that. But do me a favor, guys. I know you're used to watching me on both channels. I'll be streaming some shows only on this channel moving forward. Not all of them. I'll get a schedule down and let you guys know as soon as I can. But hit the like button on here if you haven't already. Hit the subscribe button as well. And super chats are open. All super chats on this channel, every single bit of it, either goes to Teen Challenge. Half of it goes to Teen Challenge, a 12-month faith-based discipleship program that helps people with any life-controlling issue, or it goes to homeless vets. My old co-host, Mello, who is no longer part of the show, work scheduling screwed that up. I'm sure he'll be back on at some point as a guest from time to time. Shout out Mello, man. I missed the crap out of you. Wish you could be on here every night with us. But the other half goes to homeless vets. So anything you guys do to that goes to those things. Shout out Steely, bro. If JJ Smith wins this Bolitnikoff award, Steely deserves some credit. He's been posting this link in every single chat. Go vote for him. I vote for him every single day. Go do it. He's the best wide receiver in the nation. That is what it is. All right. So you guys saw the title, Michigan cheating again. Ohio State's communication went out during the game. But let me back up. So Thursday rolls around, and I'm talking to a few people, and they bring up Ohio State taking extra precautions in their communications and in their wireless connections. So I dig a little bit further, reach out to a couple people, and they mentioned, yeah, this is something that Ohio State is concerned with. They want to keep an eye on this. Why? Because we all know what Michigan did in the past, right? We know what they did. It was proven. The NCAA said, hey, they are required to get a postseason ban. Right? We all know what they did. So should this team put it past them to do whatever it takes to win? Absolutely not. You don't hear a lot of people reporting on this yet, but I'm being told that might change. That might change. This might get turned into something because I believe there is something behind it. I want to pull this up. This is the show that me and Nevada did on Thursday. Here you go.
For Michigan right now, I think the big concern, and I think, a concern that Ohio State's had has been kind of electronic surveillance. So that takes a lot of different, that involves taping walkthroughs. Ohio State's had guys scan the sidelines and scan the things before bowl games to make sure that they're not being recorded on that stuff. And, before the Georgia game, they found cameras that were pointed at the field. They said that it was kind of quiet and it was just something, for a camera that was set up for a documentary. But, Ohio State's never quite sure. And now what they're watching is really the electronic surveillance, the idea of hacking the helmet communications and things like that, and making sure that all your helmet communications.
And there you go. That was the show on Thursday. Prior to that show, I made this post on Buckeye Scoop talking about, upon reaching out to a couple sources, Coach Day is taking a few extra steps beyond keeping the players close and the coaches close about wireless connections being secure. Well, during the game, I don't know if you guys noticed, but every once in a while, especially in the second half, you would watch Julian Sayin run all the way over to the sideline. Even Joel Klatt, Gus Johnson brought it up. And that went on for a minute. And then one of the, before we went to commercial break, Jenny Taft, the All-American girl down on the sideline, told us, hey, the Ohio State's communications has went all the way out. It's went out. They cannot talk to Julian Sayin. The coaches in the box cannot talk to the coaches on the sideline. Like, everything went out. And you could see all the coaches on the sideline running around. You saw one in the background running around going crazy. And it's just like, what's going on here? Why is this the case? In this day and age, in the biggest football game of the year, how does this happen? It's just like, okay, if you want to say it was faulty equipment, let's go down that road for a second. Then why for the rest of the game did they not have communication? The rest of the game. In today's day and age, the biggest football game of the year, you mean to tell me they can't fix a communication problem? I mean, we have AI that can do whatever we tell it to do. We have robots. We have flying cars. We have all these things. And you're trying to tell me that we couldn't get this problem fixed? They couldn't get this problem fixed? And the other thing is when you looked at the other sideline, their quarterback wasn't running back and forth, getting plays, doing all these other things. They weren't doing it. And it's like, what's going on here? When I looked up the NCAA rule, it says if one team's new helmet communication system fails completely, the opposing team must also cease using their system. That's an NCAA rule. They did not cease using their system. Scum is already on probation. They are already on probation for what they did. So let's go back. Let's say Ohio State losing their communication had nothing to do with Scum. They didn't do anything. It just was an absolute failure. Then why did they not stop using their communication? It was a complete blackout. Ohio State could not communicate with the new helmet communication to Julian Sayin, the green dot player on the field. That is a complete blackout. That's what the rule says. Why was the other sideline able to use those? Still digging on this, finding out more, verifying. that, hey, they in fact did not shut down their communication. They kept doing it while Ohio State's was out. And like I said, I'm intrigued with this phone call tomorrow to see what I'm going to find out from it. My source is not an Ohio State source. He's a source from the other side that called me, and he says, got something for you. I do believe this was done intentionally. Hey, so we'll see. This isn't a source that I normally use for anything. It was kind of one of those where it was an unexpected source, an unexpected message that I received. So I'll do some digging into it. I'll share with you guys what he says, but something interesting to think about. And before you think, man, this is just crazy, there's no way, it's like, man, listen, most of the time in people's lives, okay, they stop doing things that are wrong because they face consequences, right? There are some people that don't have to face consequences. They just feel that it's wrong. But in a sense, they're still feeling the guilt. That's a consequence, okay? Well, Scum never faced any consequences for what they did. They have to pay $30 million. It's a pretty big deal. But all in all, I think we can all agree they got a slap on the wrist. So what makes you think they're going to stop, right? What makes you think they're going to stop? I don't believe it for 1 second. I believe they 100% had something to do with it. They come out in the second half. Ohio State scores. They see the game is absolutely getting away from them. And they're just drastic. They do whatever it takes. So don't put it past them at all. I don't think it would have changed the outcome either way. Shoot, let them have their communication. We don't need any. Let Julian Sand keep running to the sideline to stay warm. You guys are dumb. We won anyway. We killed you. Okay, so there was that thing. That's the first thing I wanted to hit on. Wouldn't be surprised, guys. Keep an eye on this one. Wouldn't be surprised if this potentially pops up later. Ohio State's not going to be making a big deal out of this right now. But best believe they're going to want answers as to why what happened to them. I see a lot of people in the chat talking about Chris Henry Jr., so let me bring this up. The last I checked with a source who I don't know that you can get any closer to the situation, Chris Henry is a Buckeye. Dan Lanning and these Ducks, everybody thinks Dan Lanning is a good recruiter. I'm sure he is. He's not near as good as what people think because all they have for Chris Henry Jr. is a little bit more money, a little bit more. Chris Henry Jr. already making nil money, already signed with Adidas. His sister plays with Ohio State. His younger brother is probably going to play basketball at Ohio State. He was retweeting stuff all day yesterday about beating Scum. He already shut his recruitment down. You guys remember that, right? He shut his recruitment down. This is Con 3 at its finest. Now, could I eat my words? There's always a possibility. I've eaten my words several times. I've been wrong several times. But don't use my words. Use Chris Henry Jr.'s words. Him and Caden wore Ohio State gear before their playoff game in high school. And I will tell you this. Both those wide receivers are getting paid very handsomely by Ohio State. I think there's this thing out there that Ohio State doesn't pay players that much. Well, Ohio State sees Chris Henry Jr. and Caden Dixon-White as number one like receivers, and their nil deals, they match that. They are being compensated very fairly. I mean, there has been teams coming in trying to take these guys offering less because they don't really know what Ohio State is offering. So my concern level is as low as it can possibly be in today's nil era, right? Chris Henry Jr. locked into the Buckeyes. Caden Dixon-White, told by family, locked into the Buckeyes. That is the information I have for you guys. So I'm not tripping about it whatsoever. Back to this Scum game, right? This is a rivalry game. There's always some shenanigans that happen, but my God, dude, when you watch this game, I've rewatched it 3 times. I'm in the middle of watching it for the 4th time. I'll probably keep on breaking this game down throughout the week, but I have never seen players flop so much in my life. I mean, Michigan players were flopping all over the field, everywhere. Every single play, they were laying on top of our guys a little bit more, getting a little extra hits in, getting all these other extracurricular activities in. I mean, an official had to come over the loudspeaker and say there is no personal foul. The player embellished the contact. That's what we're dealing with. And again, here is another thing that I talked about. Their players untying our players' shoes in the middle of the game while they're on the ground tackled. Brought this up, said this stuff was going to happen. These are things we all know are going to happen during this game. And honestly, man, it's really just a shame, and even speaks more towards they just don't deserve to be a part of this rivalry anymore, man. They don't. It's the only thing they had lit this year. It's the only thing they had last year. It's the only thing they had for a long time. Their name is as big as what it is because they're rivals with us. That's what it is. But it's almost there's a side of it that I absolutely love and am addicted to. There's the other side that disgusts me a little bit because these guys are just getting lower and lower and lower. And I mean, here you go. Here's who we're playing, guys. I mean, this is in the first quarter. What's that? 8.5 minutes has went by in the game, and one of their players is headbutting a ref in the nose. And that was the first thing that brought this up. Like, dude, what is going on? How does this dude not get ejected? It is up to the officials' discretion. That is in the rule, but it's like, man, what the heck are we doing here? Like, this is who our rival is. People that do this here. I mean, look at this. You know, they planned for this pregame. Okay. I'm sure they had a walkthrough the day before on, hey, how are we going to protect RM after the game? Now, I got to be fair. Jermaine and Brandon Ennis wanted to plant the flag badly. They tried to. They wanted to do it. Ryan Day shut them down. Absolutely shut them down. Which I really don't care. Actually, I prefer it. I love it because without that, if Ryan Day wouldn't have shut that down, we would have never got this forever iconic moment. I kept wondering, man, why are all these players going in the same exact spot, getting up on the side and just sitting there chilling with the fans? This isn't something I normally see. And then when you see this picture right here at the top, it all makes sense. Can you imagine? This is worse than planting a flag. Can you imagine being the other team, standing in the middle of your field in the snow? You just got your butt absolutely beat into the ground. It could have been way worse. And we're over there just chilling, laying back on your stadium with our fans staring at you. You're going home. We're going to the Big Ten title game, going to the playoffs. I love this. This picture right here is in the process of getting printed and framed for right back here. So you guys will be seeing this a lot. It's happening. It's already in the works. It's already going down. So matter of fact, if you guys got any different versions or renders, if you see it, please email it to me at thebuckeyeboys@gmail.com because I'm dead serious. Getting this thing printed off and put it in the background. Let's see what else I got for you. All the normal shenanigans, man. The holding, the pass interference calls, the JJ touchdown. And Joe Klatt, man. I was in the middle of, I got up to 3. Joe Klatt, commercial break, come out of the commercial break. He says, Michigan's still in this game. Jeremiah Smith just scored a touchdown. This is what he said. Looked like he lost possession to me, but was overruled on the field. That's what Joe Klatt said, like live on air, and went on to talk about it. When the time I got, it was about 10 minutes after that play. Joe Klatt had brought it up on 3 separate occasions. I'm in the middle of counting. how many times he brought that up. But the dude catches the ball, right, and ends with the ball in his hands. It got reviewed and got called a touchdown. How often does that happen? So if it got reviewed and it got confirmed a touchdown, that doesn't happen to the Buckeyes. That does not happen. So clearly the right call was made there. The dude did not fumble the ball. People keep talking about he caught the ball, juggled it a little bit, and kept control of it. Like he caught the ball and ran 5 steps. Isn't a fumble you lose possession when the ball hits the ground? Like I don't know the exact rules there, but I mean that's bad. And yeah, the pass interference call on Jermaine Matthews on the sideline with Andrew Marsh. I'll tell you what, when Andrew Marsh was walking down the tunnel before the game, bumping into Keenan Bailey, bumping into all our players, he didn't seem that fragile. I didn't see him move at all. Well, the wind from Jermaine Matthews' hand going to the side completely knocked him backwards. So I don't know what happened there, but there's a big discrepancy on how tough he really is. Because walking up the tunnel, walking real slow, he looked tough, man. Had them shoulders out and all this stuff. And let me say this. Dude's a baller. Andrew Marsh is a baller. Very good wide receiver. Going to be very, very good in his career. I wish I could say that. Well, going to be as good as he can be being where he's at. Transfer, go get some actual development somewhere. I really do wish he would do that because I think the dude can be a good football player. Same with Bryce Underwood. I don't think Bryce Underwood's going to be at Scum next year. You guys watch. He's transferring out. That's what's going to happen. But yeah, I mean, that was the biggest flop I've ever seen in my life as well. That was absolutely crazy. Touchdown, baby. Brutus doing his work here. All right, let's get to the players a little bit. Obviously, the highest graded defender. Let me ask you guys in the chat. Who do you think the highest graded defender in this game was on the Buckeyes defense? Who was the highest graded defender for the Buckeyes? Who do you guys think? I'm going to let you guys answer a couple times before I get it off here. Maybe you guys already know the answer to this question. Iggy threw McCauley on his face mask. No, it wasn't Jackson. He was up there. He played good. No. What did Kenyatta Jack? No, it wasn't Downs either. The highest graded defender on this team, once again, Caden McDonald. Caden McDonald, mark this down, write this down somewhere, will be the first defensive tackle taken in the NFL draft this spring. It's going to happen. He's going to be the first one. He will be the second first-round defensive tackle that Larry Johnson has put out in a row. So, Caden McDonald. Caleb Downs was number 2. Guess who number 3 was? Guess who the third highest graded defender on this Buckeye defense was? I love hearing this, man. Tywan Malone Jr. Huge shout out to him. There were several plays during the game where I was like, dang, bro. And this is not his first time. And when you go back preseason and you hear most of Buckeye Nation's concern coming in to this season, it was our defensive tackle depth. You know, we kept talking about our defensive tackle depth. And Edric started for the season, ended up having some rough moments. Tywan Malone Jr. stepped in, and he has been playing up to his potential big time. Got him out of the portal from Ole Miss, and he has been absolutely dominating. Arvell Reese was number 4. He might be the first person picked in the draft. If I was a NFL GM, that's what I'm doing. Arvell Reese is my number 1 pick. Then Kenyatta Jackson Jr. He made himself some money. Side note, guys, I want you guys to know Kenyatta Jackson has another year of eligibility left. It just got brought to my attention today that a lot of people think that this is his last year because Ohio State has him as a senior on the thing. He still has another year of eligibility left, guys. So there is a world where Kenyatta Jackson comes back again. And you see the steps that he made this year, dude. If this dude comes back again, I'll be pretty stoked, man. I want him to. Caden Curry out of eligibility, unfortunately. Played a lot his freshman year. He was number 6. Then Sonny Styles, Edric Houston, Low Styles, Devin Sanchez, number 10. Devin Sanchez having a heck of a game, too. Then Peyton Pierce, Will Smith Jr. Dude, our defensive line, our front seven, the best front seven in the nation. Best front seven in the nation. Do I think Jermaine Matthews comes back? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I think more people are going to come back than what we think, man. This team, if you believe this team, hold on, Tank. One second. Oh, no, never mind. I heard her. She just got in my bathtub, and there I have a cup in there for when I take a bath. And when I give her a bath, I put the cup. She jumped in the bathtub and was trying to get the cup. Leave the cup alone. Leave it alone. She's such a pain in my butt, man. What was I even talking about? Oh, this front seven, man. Oh, no. Players coming back. If you believe this team is built on culture and brotherhood, that's a hard thing to pull away from. I mean, Arvell Reese, Caleb Downs, they're gone, man. They're gone. I really have hope that they're not. I would love for them not. Today's day and age with nil, there's actually a shot they're not gone. But, boy, that'd be risky for them. But still, other players that are going to be on the fence, Jermaine Matthews, we're going to be able to pull him back in. We'll have Will Smith next year, Tywone Malone next year. Like, we're going to be able to have some players coming back. I'm getting ahead of myself. Riley Pettyjohn, yes, I see you guys bringing him up as well. Absolute baller. Let's get to the offense. Chat, who was the highest graded offensive player of this game per PFF? Who was the highest offensive player per PFF of the game? I'll give you the answer. It was our main man, Julian Sain. Julian Sain, 19 for 26, 233 yards, 3 touchdowns. Heisman moment. A better Heisman moment than any other Heisman contender has had this year. It actually works in the opposite, right? If you're able to throw a touchdown, your second pass of the game, and then reel it in and do what he did the rest of the game, that's a Heisman moment. I literally heard the Big Ten Network today. They're comparing Indiana and Ohio State, and they chose the Indiana quarterback because of the Heisman moments that he has had. And it's just like he put himself in those moments because he was playing bad. Julian Sain, they even brought up Julian Sain has never, the Buckeyes have never been down in the second half this year. Well, that's why you should pick Ohio State as the advantage. But it's so crazy to me that this is the society we live in. They literally look at this and they say, hey, because Julian Sain has never been losing in the second half, I like the Indiana quarterback better because he has. It's like, bro, what are we doing? Now, I get the mindset behind that, but it's just like, man, since when? I mean, that is just, it's bass backwards to me. I mean, I think it is, but maybe I'm wrong. Next one, Bo Jackson, guys. I mean, 166 total yards. The Michigan offense had 163 total yards together. So Bo Jackson had 3 more yards of offense than their entire team did, graded out 78.8. And the dude's a true freshman, guys. The dude's a true freshman. Just take a moment and think about Bo Jackson 2 years from now, after 2 more years with Mick in the weight room, 2 more years of Coach Locke screaming in his ear every single practice. Watch out. I mean, watch out. I absolutely love it. The best freshman running back in the nation. I love it. I think he was the recruiting services had him graded as the number 9 running back in the class or something. We still got Turbo Rogers there as well. Oh, look, we got a mad person in the chat. I love it. Hey, don't time him out. We got to leave him in here. I love it. Hey, I'd feel the same way, buddy. I feel the same way. There ain't nothing you can do about it, man. Ain't nobody stopping this train. It sucks to be that. It sucks to hate a team so bad, but there's literally nothing you can do about it. They're just so good. Their coach is the best coach in the nation. They have the best wide receivers, the best tight ends, the best offensive line, the best running backs, the best quarterback, the best defensive tackles, the best defensive ends, the best linebackers, the best safeties, the best nickels, the best corners. Did I miss anything? The best defensive coordinator. I mean, Brian Hartline in his first year gets some help from Ryan Day, I might add. But killing the game. So I love it. I love seeing it. Yeah, dude, we put the hammer to him. Here we go. Bo Jackson. And then Carnell Tate, obviously. Carnell Tate operating at 100%. JJ Smith operated at dang near 100% too. So, I mean, there were people, reporting the night before the game, all this crazy stuff. You guys already know the deal there. Brandon Ennis, another big-time game. Let's go with pass blocking. Phillip Daniels, number one pass blocker on the team. Austin Saraville, Luke Montgomery, Carson Hinson, Tegra Shabola. Shout out the right side of this offensive line, guys. I mean, dude, credit where credit is due. Did not rotate. We were talking all week about who are we going to rotate in at Tegra's position. And the coaching staff, once again, guys, I know it's hard to believe, but the coaching staff knows best. And trust me, I get on this show all the time and question those things and say, hey, we need to have somebody take some reps from Tegra. But, I mean, the dude killed it. The dude did good. Did he have missed blocks? Yes. Did he have missed assignments? Yes. But overall, I mean, a 12-minute, 20-play drive to ice the game. 16 of the plays were run plays. That was our offensive line, guys. That was our offensive line absolutely dominating. So, I mean, absolutely killed the game, dude. CJ Donaldson ranked up high as well. Number 7 PFF ranked player on the team as well. Carson Hinsman, Jelani Thurman, Jeremiah Smith at number 10. So, I mean, this team altogether played an outstanding game. And for those of you guys that, listen, this wasn't a good team, but this was as highest pressure game as these players could have been in, okay? You understand there's way more. I know if we lost this game, we're still in the playoffs, but we wouldn't have went to the Big Ten title game. So there's that pressure, not being able to fulfill one of your goals. And I'm going to tell you something. This team wants to set themselves apart from last year's team. The only way to do that, they just accomplished goal number 1, right? This will set them apart if they go on to win the national title. The other thing that will set them apart, winning the Big Ten title game. That'll set them apart. This team is driven very hardcore by that. They want to be the best. They want to be better than arguably the best team in Ohio State history last year with that playoff run. It was pretty dominant. So this team having that edge, the coaching staff able to put the team in this mindset of, hey, we need to reach all these goals. I love it. After the game, you heard all the players talking about that. We're not done yet. We're not losing another game. Like, they were fired up, man. This fired them up in a big way. Dude, I'm absolutely stoked, guys. I'm stoked. Did I have any more stats I wanted to talk about? Isaiah West, 6 carries for 20 yards. I liked what he did when he got in. He had a couple big-time runs for us. As well. Kenyatta Jackson with the sack. Lorenzo Styles, the 16-yard return. Brandon Ennis, 27 yards on 2 punts. That's pretty good. Jaden Fielding made both of his field goals. Some of his extra points were sketchy. Did you guys notice that? Did anybody else get super nervous when the very first extra point that we kicked looked like a freaking wounded duck flying through the air? I mean, it just did, bro. When Fielding got up to kick field goals, I was just a tad bit nervous, just a little bit nervous, but he got her done, man. He got her done. Got a couple super chats here, guys. Thank you so much, OSU man, for the $1.99. Any concerns with Christina Jr. Oregon? Like I said, at least amount of concerns as one could possibly have in today's day and age with nil, because on signing day, teams like Oregon, teams like USC, they will come in with this stupid, dumb number. Now, who knows if they're actually going to pay those numbers or not, but they'll come in with them just to get a signature on a piece of paper. A lot of the Ohio State recruits today were tweeting and putting out, hey, I will officially be signing with Ohio State, which was alleviating a lot of concerns for some people about certain recruits, but that's just upping everybody's concerns about every player that didn't do that. That's a new thing. Players don't normally do that. I wouldn't expect, I haven't looked to check, but there was only like 5 players that did it previously to that. But players like Kari Wilder didn't do that. He's locked in as all get out to the Buckeyes. Teams have been chasing him. He's told him no, he's locked in. So, Row 499, thank you so much, brother, for the $5. Dev, you're hosting the Buckeye meetup in Miami, correct? I tell you what, guys, if we make it when we go to the national title game this year, I will do that. I'll get a little meetup scheduled. You guys know I stream on the Scoop channel too, part of the Scoop channel. Scoop family as well. So when I stream on there next, I'll announce that too. When we make it to the national title game, I'll get a meetup together for Scoop family, Buckeye Nation, Buckeye Boys family. Have a little meetup, guys. Who all plans on going to the Natty game? Who plans on going? If I have a meetup in Miami, let me know in the chat. Are you going to be there or are you not going to be there? That'd be cool. I'll be down for that. All right. A lot of coaches getting fired. Looks like Lane Kiffin is off to LSU, leaving his team in the dust. Yes, Captain F Nuts will be there. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Steely, it's a possibility. Yep. Oh yeah, pressure. Let's scroll up through these chats. Time to get a new rival. Yeah, right. Indiana. We'll see if they're on our level or not, guys. Obviously, the rest of the week, I'll be diving into that, giving you guys my thoughts on that. So yeah, Pat Fitzgerald, new head coach at Michigan State. I like that hire. The Tulane coach going to Florida or Auburn? Who's the Ohio State alum going to Auburn, I think, right? I forget his name. Looking up through this chats. I think the chances of Ennis coming back next year are like locked in already. I mean, that's what I think. I think that's a done deal. So I'm not sure the room is as crowded as what we think. I mean, with this new class coming in, Chris Henry Jr., I expect him to contribute. Caden Dixon Wyatt, he's got the physical skills, but, I interviewed him on the show. He only works with his team. Like, he doesn't really do a lot of wide receiver training, which is scary because when Brian Hartline gets a hold of Caden Dixon Wyatt, he's going to turn into a Carnell Tate type of wide receiver. You guys will see. Jonathan, I'll look into this, bro. Let me write your thing down here. Jonathan Osborne 4920. Jonathan, shoot me an email at the Buckeye Boys with 3 Z's at gmail.com. I'll look into that for you. Get that taken care of, bro. I mean, I'm still a moderator on Scoop, but obviously I'm a host on there now. But I mean, me and Steely held the wrenches down with some other people as well for I think a year or a couple years or something. So there's a lot that goes on in there. So sometimes so many people in there you don't really know. Sometimes people do get butted out accidentally. Who would I give the RB2 spot to? At this point in time, I'd give it to James Peoples, but it was interesting. I don't know if he's injured or whatnot. It is something I got to look into. I'm going to write that down, find out what's up with because as of right now, obviously the coaching staff sees CJ Donaldson as RB2. But if not James, I'd give it to Isaiah for sure. But I'm not in the practices like the coaching staff is. There's so many other things that go into being a running back, pass protection, all kind of stuff. So I'm not in the practices to really see what goes on there. Sorry, guys, I'm scrolling up, seeing if there's any more questions in the chat. Let's see if there's any new questions while I was scrolling up. I don't think so. Yeah, Steely, I don't think he was either. But Jonathan, send me an email. I'll look into that for sure. Yeah, Oregon's not going to stop trying. It's so annoying. Here's Oregon's recruiting strategy at the wide receiver position. This is a promise. They literally wait and see who signs with Ohio State and then tries to flip them. That's what they do because they're incapable of going and doing their own work. The McClellan guy committed to the Buckeyes. Alex from USF. Sorry, Captain F. Yeah, that's right. Where did he go? He just got hired by somebody. It wasn't Tulane. Oh, I said that. But yeah, Oregon is, dude, these Duck fans are so annoying with the recruiting stuff. It makes me sick because they're a team that literally, they're a good team, but if you look at the blue blood programs in this sport, they've just found this new success with Dan Lanning just now. And it's not phenomenal success. You won the Big Ten title last year, but nobody remembers that because it was 34-0 in the Rose Bowl against the team. So I don't know. Yeah, Coach Lanning, dude. Oh boy, if I could, I wish I could play a video for you guys that somebody sent me of Dan Lanning. He sends private messages to recruits sometimes, and he sent one to Chris Henry Jr., and I have it. Dude, it's so cringe, bro. I'm like, bro, how old is he? Why is this dude sending videos like this? But it's like, well, the dude's jumping in pools with people, so why would I think anything different? It's kind of wild. What up, Linda? No, I do not want Sharon. I think Sharon Moore is a very, very good coach, and he should. Yeah, the dude's really good. Sharon is a really good coach. You just can't. Here's the thing. If you don't coach for Ohio State, you'll never be number one. So it's like you got to go for number two. That's the only position available is number two. So, Sharon Moore can definitely get him to the number 2 spot one day. So for sure, he needs to stick around for a very long time. He's super good, dude. Super good. I still got a clip. Excuse me. I still got a clip. Alex Golish to Auburn. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Thank you, Captain. I still got to clip his facial expressions on the sideline during the game, man, because you know how all these Michigan trolls did that to Ryan Day in the press conference. They talked about fear in his eyes and all that. Well, Sharon Moore gave us an absolute, picture book full of facial expressions yesterday. When you guys go watch it again, dude, hit pause every time the camera goes to Sharon Moore and look at some of those faces he was giving. The dude's calling timeouts at the 2-minute, 3-second mark in the first half. Even the announcers are like, what's he doing? Why is he doing? He was just so lost, bro. He was lost. And he's lost all the time. I don't want to say anything else because I think he's a great coach and should be there for a long time. But hey, guys, I appreciate you guys joining and watching. Again, if you're used to watching me on Scoop, this week I'll only be streaming some shows on this channel and then some on Scoop. So that's how it will be moving forward. I'll let you guys know, like the days I'll only be on here and the days I'll be on both. But I'll let you guys know that schedule so you know. But I appreciate you guys shooting over here and watching on this channel. Show me some love. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button as well. Got a good week of shows planned for you guys. Some more guests coming on. Going to break down the Indiana-Ohio State game. Got that fully locked and loaded. Got a list of 2027 recruits to bring on as well. You guys know I love doing recruit interviews. So if you want to hear recruiting information directly from the recruits themselves, so you don't have to read what words somebody interpreted coming from a recruit, this is the place to get it, man. If you're not part of the Scoop message board, you guys need to get over there too. That place is locked and loaded. I put some stuff on there. Funky does, of course, Nevada. Been around forever. The GOAT in the game, always dropping nuggets over there. So appreciate you guys. Appreciate the super chats. Appreciate all the love, you guys. On that note, love you guys. Appreciate you guys. Go Buckeyes. OH.